good evening. I'm Alicia Malone, and I'm excited to kick off a 24-hour film marathon starring George Brent, TCM Star of the Month. He was the dashing leading man at Warner Brothers throughout the 1930s and 40s, sharing the screen with Bette Davis, Kay Francis, Greta Garbo, Ruth Chatterton, and Barbara Stanwyck, among others. Up first, we'll see George Brent with Barbara Stanwyck and Bette Davis from 1932, directed by William Wellman. It's So Big. This is the third film adaptation of Edna Ferber's novel, though the fourth from 1953 and starring Jane Wyman is probably the best known. Barbara Stanwyck stars as Selena Peake, a young woman who travels to the Midwest after her father's death to start a teaching career in a small Dutch community. She has a tough time settling in, but soon she marries a local farmer and has a child, Dirk, whom she calls So Big. George Brent appears at the end of the movie, playing the adult version of a child Selena befriends. George Brent was born George Nolan in Dublin, Ireland, but he moved to New York City when he was young, staying until he was 18 when he returned to Dublin to attend university. While there, George discovered a passion for acting and joined the Abbey Theatre. He also joined the IRA, carrying messages for Michael Collins during the Anglo-Irish War. After that, he went to Canada, and in the mid-1920s, he moved back to New York, changed his last name to Brent, and acted on Broadway. His credited film debut was at the Fox Film Corporation in 1930, and he made a few films there, then a couple with Universal, before signing a contract with Warner Brothers in 1932. He was immediately placed in two films simultaneously, So Big and The Rich Are Always With Us. Our film was released first, so let's take a look. From 1932, this is So Big. When Bette Davis made So Big in 1932, she had signed her contract with Warner Brothers, but she had big dreams of where she wanted to go. There are rumors that on this set she deliberately tried to draw attention away from Barbara Stanwyck, and Stanwyck could see how driven Davis was, later saying she was always so ambitious you knew she'd make it. She had a kind of creative ruthlessness that made her success inevitable. Our Star of the Month, George Brent, had also signed with the studio in 1932, and this was his first film with Bette Davis. He'd go on to make 11 films with her and stay at the studio for 20 years. Brent was a familiar face in their films throughout the 30s and 40s, usually cast as a romantic leading man, but he could do it all: drama, comedy, noir, and police procedural, as we will see during our Star of the Month celebration, so keep watching TCM. Next, George Brent shares the screen with Bette Davis and Ruth Chatterton in a romantic comedy from 1932.
Next on TCM, The Rich Are Always With Us, then The Keyhole, and later, Housewife. George Brent's got a better half tonight.